What is going on, you guys? My name's Jay, and this is another RHS video. Let's get into it. So, how are y'all doing? Hope you're having a nice day, or hope you have a nice weekend wherever you're watching this from. So anyway, let's talk about the stage of this game right now. I think by the stage I mean like the meta is a lot more balanced right now, in my opinion. Like you can pretty much play whatever you want, and you have a fair chance of winning the game, which is really good for a game that involves RNG. Like you can go goblin gamble, you can go hunters, you can go assassins, you can go feathered, you can go mages, like pretty much everything that you can think of when it comes to the strongest comps. There's a lot more variety to it, which is really good. Um, So yeah, like compared to how the game was looking not too long ago, like when the Beast Warrior used to be meta, like half the lobby would go Beast Warrior, and they would guarantee themselves a top four, even though they would have a bunch of 1 stars or 2 stars. Just spam that build, and you would guarantee yourself a top four. And you could have hit pretty much anything that you wanted for any other comp, but you might not have the chance to guarantee yourself top four. But now it's not like that. So with the item RNG being eliminated, to be honest, with the introduction of where you get to choose your own items, and the fact that a lot of the meta comps are like you can play whatever comp that you want. So I think the game is looking really good, and I'm pretty excited about that. Um, anyway, let's dive into this game. We have a 2-star Turbo Witcher, which is insane early game, and we have a pair of Sword Breakers, which is also really good. We don't have any tank exactly, but I think this is the best team that we could put, because I mean maybe we could put in a Tusk champion instead of one of the Sword Breakers, but the Sword Breaker ult is just has a lot of value. And like you saw, he had a 2-star Skybreaker, and we might win if he ults. Yeah, like you saw, like we had no real synergies except 2 strong early game units, and we won a guy who had a level 2 Skybreaker. So early game, it's not about synergies, it's all about pairs, it's all about the strength. So keep that in mind whenever you're looking for units early game. So we find a early, like a round 5 dwarf sniper, which is really good because hunters are really pretty good right now. So if you can find a 2-star dwarf sniper, he's gonna carry you through the early game, mid game, all the way to the late game. Like he will get you on a win streak. So I bought him in an instant, and this guy looks like he's trying to play Glacier Knights, but I think we're gonna win this, probably. Wait, the Night Shield is... Oh, the 2-star Frost Knight is doing work, but I think this Dwarf Sniper ult will... Yeah, good. And we are keeping the options open. We get a pair of Defector, like we get a Defector 2-star, which is okay. So we're gonna level up because we don't want anything else from the shop. So we're gonna make him a 2-star, and we're gonna level up and then put him. We do have a mana item, but I think I'm gonna keep the options open on what items that I want. And looks like this guy is playing Goblin Mech. Pardon me. And yeah, looks like we are gonna win. The 2-star Turbo Witcher, it's just like the Turbo Witcher is just really strong against goblins, because Goblins are like you want them to cast their ults, right? And the Taboo Witcher is just gonna deny them, which is really good. So anyway, we get swordsman and we get shining dragons. Um, so you could think about going mages because oh my lord, did you guys hear that? I'm not sure if you did, but it is pouring out there outside right now where I'm living, and that was a thunder. So sorry about that. Anyway, what we were talking about. So yeah, we had a pair of shiny dragons in the shop. I'm thinking about buying it, but that's why I'm checking the lobby to see if there's anyone else going mages. And there was one guy who was going mages, but just because you got a 2-star, like just because you're getting offered shiny dragons, doesn't mean that you're going mages, right? Unless you find like a total elder or an early dragon knight, you shouldn't be thinking about going to mages. And now we get another flaming wizard as well, which is a really another strong unit early game. But that's why I'm checking the lobby again to see if I want to go mages. And there's a guy who's already trying to go dragon mage. Like he has venom and he had a flaming wizard as well, I think. But here I want to get to 10 gold, so I end up selling the goblins that were on the board because we did have a pair of soulbreaker which would have been really strong, but we didn't have any goblin synergy. And the what's the guy's the swordsman, he's just a really good unit as well, and with the cave climb bonus he's gonna be really strong. And we finally get a 2-star test champion as well, so we're gonna level up and then put in him, and we get warriors, we have a 2-star Taboo Witcher, and we have hunters open. And I did end up buying the flaming wizard. Like we have a lot of options open, so you can see that we have a dwarf sniper, so we could think about going hunters. I bought the flaming wizard because it wasn't interfering with my economy, so just to keep the options open in case we find a lot of mage units in the next few rolls. And I also ended up buying the wormy boy to keep the options of going beast warrior open. So we haven't fully committed to going any particular build just yet. But when you find a 2-star, like if we can find a 2-star door sniper, and we also had a aggressive ranger, which I'm glad I ended up buying. So it's a creep round. We don't want anything, like we are so far away from knights. We're not gonna buy the frost knight and the desperate doctors in the shop, and there's already another guy going knights anyway. So here we want to sell something, one of the units, to get to 20 gold. So that's why I'm like scouting. I want to eliminate at least one possibility, and I ended up selling the flaming wizard because again, like unless we find like a total elder or a dragon knight, we are not thinking about going mages just yet. So for now, we have limited our options to 2, which is either hunters or beast warrior. Beast warrior is looking pretty good. Like I could put in the wormy boy, and we do have a mana item for him as well. But we do find another pair of door sniper, and we already have an Aegis ranger in our bench. So now I'm like thinking maybe it could be a hunter's game, like maybe, but still haven't committed to it yet. So we also get Doom Arbiter and a werewolf. We gonna put the werewolf in to get the beast synergy, which could help the door sniper a little bit. And we are up against a guy who's going god mage, it looked like. But our sniper is just gonna do work sitting all the way back. and we're gonna win, and we're gonna keep our win streak, which is really good. Um, so here I was like thinking, should I sell the Wormy Boy and the two unicorns in our bench to get to 30 gold, but I did not. And we find another pair of Wormy Boy. Um, so I'm checking the lobby. Looks like the one of the like there are a lot of there are a lot of knights, pardon my opinion, and there's guard mage. So and there's dragon knight as well. We were like talking about dragon mages, and considering that there's only one guy who's going guard mage and there's another guy looks like he's going dragon mage, we gonna try not to go mages just because of the fact that two people are going it. So I do end up buying the Wormy Boy because again we're gonna keep the options open, but now we are getting offered more warriors. So unfortunately we did end up losing our win streak. If we hadn't, I could have potentially roared to see if I can hit any of these 2 stars, but we went up against the Night Sky and he had a lot of shields, and our team is just not that strong right now. Like, we had a really good early game start, but we just couldn't upgrade anything after that. Like, we have a bunch of pairs sitting on our bench and it's costing us economy. So if we had hit any of them, we could have potentially kept on going on a win streak, and we end up facing another Night Sky as well. And we're gonna take more damage, which is not that surprising. So we get to 50 gold here, going to round 14, which is really good. But yeah, like within the next few rounds, we need to make a decision on what comp that we want to play. And I did end up selling the Wormy Boy. I completely missed that. We finally get the extra gold for the unicorns that we were holding since forever. So that's good. Anyway, so yeah, let's see. We have a pair of werewolf, and we got a pair of our Cape Clan boys. If we can find a pirate captain and then a berserker, we could still go beast warrior. But considering that I didn't see any hunters in the lobby, like maybe I'm wrong, but maybe I missed it, but I don't think I saw any hunters in the lobby. So now I'm like thinking it's like if we can find a 2-star sniper, we're just gonna commit to hunters. And so yeah, so going to Wolfpack, so we can get a frantic mask for our dog sniper if we want, but anyway, going to Wolfpack, okay, well, there's our answer. We've been talking about if we can find a sniper, if we can find a 2-star sniper, we're gonna commit to that, and we ended up finding our sniper. So that's really good. So now, like when you get a 2-star door sniper, that's you're like you like just have to go hunters unless there's a lot of players in your lobby who's going hunters. Like imagine 2-3 players already going hunters, and unless in that situation, unless that happens, you should try to go hunters. And considering that no one else is going hunters, which is pretty rare right now because hunters are really strong, and they're just a really good comp to play right now. But anyway, so now that we got our sniper, we're gonna try to go hunters. Even though we have five warriors and we just pirate captain or berserker away from 6 warriors, hunters is just a better option, because of the fact that they're so versatile in how you can play them. And hunters are my favorite comp to play, and we gonna get a 2-star swordsman, which is really strong as well. We're not gonna level up here. We do get a berserker, so that's why I'm like checking again. Do I want to go warriors? But I ended up buying the storm shaman because there are mages in our lobby, and combine that with the swordsman that we already have, which is gonna be really good for our storm shaman, just to give him a little bit of tankiness. Um, so we need to combine our items, and we need a frantic mask on our sniper as well, which we can get, and we end up going against the god mage guy who is gonna win against us. It's unfortunate, but that was expected because we don't even have we don't have 6 warriors or hunters in. So plus that guy had rolled everything down, which is not that surprising considering that he was that low. So anyway, going to level 7, we're gonna roll just a little bit to see if we can hit anything, and we do get a 2-star Aegis Ranger, and we get Evil Knight if we want to go if we want to put in the Aegis bonus, and we're gonna do just that. We're gonna take out the Doom Arbiter and the Werewolf that was in the board. We're gonna put the Aegis Ranger and the Wind Ranger in to get the Hunter synergy, and we're gonna put the Evil Knight to get the Aegis bonus. And now, out of nowhere, our team is stronger. So we ended up selling all the dead weight in our bench because now that we know that we are going hunters, I'm gonna sell all the pieces that I don't want. And I was just holding the Wind Ranger as a placeholder until we got our Siren. And so here I'm like thinking, so there are three mages actually. There are actually 3 players who are going mages. So I could put in the refresher that I have on the that I'm having on hold. I could put that on her, but what I'm thinking is I want that refresher on the Storm Shaman instead, and just frontline the Siren if need be, because having a refresher Siren or having a refresher Storm Shaman against mages, you'd want that on the Storm Shaman, right? So that's why I'm thinking, if we can find another Siren, we gonna sell her. Like we're gonna go level 8, put in the Storm Shaman, and then if we can find another Siren, we're gonna sell her. We're gonna sell the one that's on our board right now. Take the refresher off of her and put that on our Storm Shaman, which is gonna just completely destroy the mage players unless they get a refresher of their own and put them on the front line or something. So that's my thinking right now. We're gonna go to level 8 because we don't have any business rolling here. Like our team is pretty strong. We are not gonna leak HP by losing a lot. So we're gonna go to level 8. We're gonna roll for our Storm Shamans. We're gonna need to decide what kind of frontline that we wanna have. Because right now, Cape Clan is a pretty decent frontline on their own, but you will need to 3-star them. And Tusk Champion, I'm not so sure about. Like, he's a pretty good unit, and you can go to level 9 and then put in a Razor Claw if you want the B synergy. But I'm not too sure about that just yet. But anyway, creep round, we're not gonna do anything. So yeah, let's continue. Go to level 8, find a Soul Reaper. We're gonna swap him out for Evil Knight, and then we're gonna roll for our 3-stars when it comes to hunters. So when it comes to warrior hunters, that's what we are playing right now. When it comes to warrior hunters, your best bet is to stick at level 8 and then roll for your 3-stars. Like you will need a 3-star dove sniper if you want to win the game. Like if you want to have any shot of winning the game. So that's our plan. Go to level 8 and then just start rolling for every unit that we want. And we're gonna get a sniper, we're gonna buy that. So we automatically level to 8. Now we're gonna roll. So we get a Venomancer, which is gonna be helpful against the Knight players. We also get a free Warlocks, and look at this roll. Look at this juicy roll. Like we were like saying, if we can find another Siren, and we're gonna sell that, right? So now, and okay, so I was too late in making the decision here, but next round we're gonna sell the Siren that's on our board, take the refresher off her, and put that refresher on the Storm Shaman, and put the other man item on the Siren. So yep. And this guy's going in 6 knights, but with no other synergy. Interesting. I mean, it will help against the mage guy, but not too sure. But anyway, so yeah, we do end up doing that. And I think I'm gonna sell the Tusk champion here, because I want that pirate captain without a doubt. Like, I'm not gonna sell him. Like, we're not gonna pass that up. So anyway, I do want that swordsman as well. So when it comes to 3-starring your Cape Clan boys, I'm always gonna prefer swordsman over the Red Axe Chief, just because of the fact that your swordsman can also deal a lot of damage, and he's just insanely strong when you get him to 3-star, even without the Cape Clan bonus. So yeah, that's why we end up selling the Cape Clan, the Red Axe Chief that was in our bench, because we are getting closer to finding a 3-star swordsman, which is really good. So yeah, we're gonna keep rolling now. We get swordsman 2-star. We are 3 away from 3-starring him. We get another pair of pirate captain. So we want the marine in against the mage guys. So we end up selling the Red Axe Chief and put in the Abyssal Guard so that we get the marine synergy. But we have the swordsman, so we have the Storm Shaman in, so we don't lose the Cave Clan either. So win-win. We're up against the Knights guy, the guy who was going 6 knights but nothing else, and he will win against us because our front line is a little bit lackluster right now. Like, we need to hit 2 stars of pretty much every single of our front line, and we end up finding a 2-star pirate captain round 24, which is insanely strong. So we're gonna roll a little bit here because our bench is full, and yeah, we need to find, like, we still haven't found our Soul Reaper. So we're gonna keep rolling to see if we can find anything. I'm not gonna buy that Evil Knight because we know we're gonna sell him. And look at that roll. We find a round 24 3-star Storm Shaman and a 2-star Pirate Captain. So from what was a almost non-existent front line, our front line is so much good looking right now. And we are 2 away from a 3-star Augustus Ranger, 3 away from Dwarf Sniper. Like, our team is just so close to almost clinching the game right now. Like, that's how close to we are winning the game. Like, even though we don't have that many damage items, like, we don't have anything on our Dwarf Sniper. That's a sad Dwarf Sniper if you've seen one. Like, we have a lot of man items, which is really good, but you'd rather, like, you want to have a mix of both, right? Like, you want to have man items for your Siren, and you want at least a frantic mask on your Dwarf Sniper. So anyway, we do find the Soul Reaper, which is really good. So checking the lobby, this guy is going goblins with druids as a Backup, I'm not too sure what he's thinking. He's level 7, so we're not sure what he's planning for now because he's gonna take some fat hits starting from now. Um, so we are one away from Mega Stranger. We're gonna roll for that. 2-star Storm Shaman, we will take those. We're gonna keep rolling to see if we can hit anything. Something. Okay. And I think I'm gonna sell the Venomancer. Yep. Because like we will need to go level 9 to put in the Venomancer, and we are far away from that because like we need to hit those hunters that are in our bench, and then only we can start thinking about leveling up. And we're up against the... Wait, this guy has 6 goblins in. Okay. And can the swordsman clutch it out? Let's see. Oh, he's gonna start spinning, and oh, it's gonna be close, and we're gonna win. That is so pog. Like he started spinning just when the helicopter was gonna ult, so that was really good. Anyway, look at that roll. Look at this juicy roll. So yeah, so now, even though I did say that we're gonna roll for our hunters, our team is strong enough. Like we are just few units away from 3-starring them, right? So now we can think about leveling up to 9 to put in another unit. So yeah, for starting from now, we're gonna save up to 50, and then we're gonna start leveling up to 9. So like yeah, this was the guard mage guy, and we had no problems against him because of the fact that we put our refresher on our shaman instead of siren. Because if we had the refresher on siren, like even though the siren has 2 mana items, like just imagine if the roles were reversed. Like if we had the 2 mana items on the storm shaman instead, he will ult the first time, but the Garn Mage, but by that time they would might have just bursted us down. But I don't think they would have, considering the fact that our team is hella strong right now. Like our front line is just so damn hard to pass through. So I'm not too sure even if that would have helped again for him. Um, so yeah, like I said, we do end up getting the 3-star Legacy Stranger as well. So yeah, just you don't. So I did like how we talked about rolling for your stuff at level 8. You don't have to just sit at the same level to roll for one unit. So like for example, in this one, we only have like the only potential thing that we can roll for is our sniper, right? Like, but you don't want to waste all that gold just to roll for one unit when you're so close to getting him anyway. So instead you can try to level up and then put in some other unit that can make your team stronger. So yeah, we're gonna go to 9 and then either put in a warlock like a venomancer, or dark spirit would be really helpful as well because of the fact that there's the 6 knights guy and goblin mechs, which is gonna help against them. So yeah, going to yeah, we shouldn't have any problems against the goblins druids guy. I don't know what he's playing. This is a strange build. So anyway, we're gonna put in their levels. It is like kind of unbelievable that we don't have any damage item on our hunters, but just because of the fact that we played, like we managed it according to the items that we got, right? Like we were getting mana items and we had a refresher. I mean, we're gonna make this any day. So we put the refresher on our storm shaman, which is helping against the mage guys. We put the rest of the mana on our siren, which is gonna help against the knights and pretty much anyone else, just because of the fact that our storm shaman is gonna deny them from ulting. So now we started getting some damage items, which is really good, and we get the dragon war master. Look at that. Out of nothing almost, like we didn't have anything on our sniper, and we get a dragon war master, which is really good. So we're gonna go Venomancer. There's one, but we're gonna roll to see if we can find something else. Okay, we find another Venomancer. God of Thunder, I don't want it. And we find more, another egg and more Abyssal Guards. And do I buy those to another egg? I'm not too sure if I bought that. But anyway, so yeah, like you saw, like this is the same guy who was, this is the weaker version of the goblins. The only real problem was the other guy who was going goblin mage, I think he was going, or warlocks, I'm not too sure. But anyway, we kicked the mage guy, I think, the fourth one. So yeah, like the only potential thing that we have an egg, so we just need one more sniper, and pretty much that's it. So let's see, there's the knights guy and the goblin mech guy. So this was okay, never mind, this was the weaker version of the goblin mech guy, but I don't think we would have any problems against this guy, because even though he has 6 goblins in, he's not that tanky because he doesn't have any warlocks in. And considering the fact that our items are pretty good against them, like we have the siren to stone them for a few seconds, and we have our storm shaman who's not gonna let them ult. So the only thing they have got going on right now is just the goblin synergy, which is making them a little bit tanky. But we have the units and we have the strength to fight against him. So the only way he can turn this game around is if he goes the 4 warlock version, or let's see, what else can he do. The warlock version is definitely gonna help him a lot, just to give him that extra whatchamacallit, extra, yikes, I'm lost for words. Extra tankiness, there we go. Wow. that was something. But anyway, so yeah, that's what he needs to do. He needs to go warlocks if he wants to have any chance, but unless he does that, we just gonna crush him like we are in this one. And we also have a Barbary Curious on our 3-star swordsman, which is insanely strong as well. And yeah, we pretty much got this game in the bag right now. And if we get our 3-star dwarf sniper, I don't see a way where the other players could defeat me. Maybe if they get a disarm item, that could help. But yeah, this guy is not a problem. We know that already. And he doesn't have the HP to work with either. So we're just gonna roll for our stuff. Like we need if we can find another sniper, that would be really good. But we are not finding him, which is sad. I might just roll everything down because they are close to dying, and having that 3-star sniper would just be the nail in the coffin. And yeah, like this guy could have caused us some difficulties. Like if this guy had went like Glacier Knights or Dragon Knights, we might have had some problems. but just the 6 night version is not gonna, like, he's even losing to the goblin mech guy. That's how weak they are without any real synergies going on. But anyway, there you go. 3 hunter warrior version. We didn't really get any damage items for our hunters early and mid game, but just because of the items that we had, we worked around those, and considering the lobby that we had, we made the items in a way where it can help win against them. So the refresh on Storm Shaman literally destroyed the mage players. So like all the mage players that you see, they're in the bottom 4. And if we hadn't done that, one of them could have eked into the top 4 and could have caused us problem, especially the god mage guy. Like if he had found all his pieces, he might have caused us some difficulty. But that's how you can use your items to your advantage, and that's the thing that I really like about the fact that they introduced a new item selection. So anyway, that's it for today, and hopefully you liked today's video, and if you did, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss my future in-depth analysis. But wherever you are watching this from, hope you have a great weekend, and until I see you all in the next video, peace out, my dudes.